The woman, when she gets married, and when I get married, I can write down as my, like, in my paperwork, be like, I don't want my man to get married to another woman. And if he decides to, he has to divorce me and pay me this amount. Because God gives the woman the right to choose, like, okay, if the man, if he wants to have multiple wives in this relationship, he can leave me and go have multiple wives.
Y'all from Egypt, right?
Yes.
Are the women in Egypt talking like this?
I mean, I'm
hold on. How do the women I've been to,
okay.
So I seen it firsthand.
Okay, I can tell you.
The only reason y'all can even have the freedom to talk like
because I'm
this
here.
is because you're here.
Yes, 100%.
But by your own religion and your own country, you know for a fact how men operate.
Yes.
But only here because of the westernized program.
We have a hookup culture.
And the court system that castrates men if they want to be natural men. Women can talk like this. But anywhere that this isn't the system and people just go off of their natural genetics and their natural biological makeup, women get in line and the men get in line with how they are naturally, and it's accepted. Only here, because of the court system, it's not accepted.
No, because here we have hookup culture. So it's more, and we have a hypersexualized society. So it's more prone to have polygamous relationships and people who are like, oh, let's have 4 women in my relationship or 6 or whatever.
In my religion, it says that you can marry up to 4 women.
Yeah.
It didn't say you can multiply be with women.
Why do men make single mothers, but they hate single mothers?
Why do men make single mothers, but they hate single mothers?
Yes, stick to the question, Sarah. I already know what you're about to say. I see it in you. Just please, for the love of all things good.
Why do men make single mothers? Women make themselves single mothers.
I knew you were going to say that.
Women make themselves single mothers. If you laid down with this fool with no commitment, you did it to yourself. You did it to yourself. You did it to yourself.
What about the men who like to pretend until the baby comes?
Then you should pretend until the ring comes.
We cannot believe the video that we're about to go over here today, and it almost feels like I gotta get ready for war, you heard? Like I gotta get ready to do battle against evil. I cannot believe that Revolt Fall Networks, to be honest, I don't know if I expect any better from them. Nevertheless, Revolt just uploaded a piece of content which is echo chamber mixed with misinformation to the malinformation power. And it's truly astounding that they think that they can get away with this, or maybe they're doing this rage bait shit so that we can talk about it, react to it. I don't know. Nevertheless, they uploaded a piece of content. Title of their content: Why do black athletes always date white women? Preference, proximity, and power, the people's brief. And it was a conversation with 3 people, and they went back and forth and kind of talked about these different things. And it is absolutely horrendous and terrible. You'll see that up in here. The video itself got over 130,000 views with only 800 likes. I looked at that and I said to myself, oh, they probably got ratioed to hell. You can't see it right here, but I'll put that ratio right somewhere up on the screen somewhere. Almost 5,000 dislikes. But what we have here is people just given a microphone, but yet a platform to spread their disinformation. So that's why I got to come along and dispel the bullshit. And it's reason that I do that, because at its best, this is embarrassing, but at its worst, this is literally destructive to the image of men. Without further ado, by the way, guys, I'm gonna try my best to let the thoughts play out for long term, but there's so much here that we have to talk about. Link to the full video without my commentary down in the description box down below, as what it always is. Let's get active.
Absolutely. I'm so excited to sit here with you two specifically to have this conversation, because this conversation can go in so many ways. So before we get started, just like give me a lay of the land. I guess, maybe not what's your introduction, but what's your experience with the conversation about black athletes ending up with white women, or black men who prefer white women at large?
I would honestly say mine is frustration.
Okay.
Because I think the conversation needs to go in a different direction.
Okay.
I think we're lacking the communicative skills to be able to even have a conversation that's edifying, that gets us to the other side of being frustrated. It is something that's a real thing, and I can acknowledge that. But even as a black woman, a former athlete that went to a PWI, a single black woman, you know, I have my feelings. Like, I love black men. I prefer them as well. So it's almost like sometimes I feel like, man, they got another one of them. But at the same time, it's like, you know, love is love. And there's so much, this is a convoluted issue. So for me, I'm just excited to dive in it with you guys. And hopefully people that watch will understand, like, it's not just as black and white, no pun intended, as it may come across.
And before we get to talking about more about preference and I guess what we find appealing or attractive, I want to speak a little bit to what you said about these people don't really understand me and I don't understand them. I think for me specifically, when I think about my choice and who I want to end up with, I want to be with somebody I don't got to explain nothing.
Yeah, I need my plight
and unfortunately,
plight.
No offense, Deontay, I'm going to have to explain certain things to a man. Because it's something you're not going to get. But a white one, for me.
First off, I think it's disgusting. Black men positioning themselves as a victim of a plight of something. It's weak-ass behavior, and it's demonstrated within this conversation, because notice he talks about plight of, and then the woman is distanced.
What's interesting is that somebody here in the comments said these types of women are only interested in a small number of black men because of money. Meanwhile, they pass over the rest of us. That's exactly it. And this is what modern women are doing. They want to frame the conversation and they want to raise issues that actually don't matter. Oh, not enough people are talking about it. Plenty of people are talking about it. Plenty of people have told you the way to go and what to do to get the outcome that you desire. But you still want a man that is in high demand. You want a man that almost quite literally every other woman wants. And so you get pushed to the back burner. Well, I'm this, I'm that, I'm unique, I'm this and that. Yeah, you are. To somebody, the man that keep on telling you, I think that you're unique, I would like to marry you. But he's not good enough for you. His 50, 60K a year is not good enough for you. You want an athlete making millions. And guess what? That athlete don't want you.
Well, I got a question for you. So, are women the prize?
I would say the answer to that question is no. Because the prize is the rare thing, not the thing that's more common. So if you and I go out to some fancy store and we decide we want to look at some fancy piece of jewelry, chances are they only got one or two of it, and it's in the vault. It's not in the counter, because the thing that they have the most of is in the counter.
It's right up in the front.
Right?
Yep.
The thing that's really the prize, they got to go unlock the vault and bring that sucker out, and the security guard stands up a little straight and the doors get locked. Why? Because they're bringing the prize out. Well, that's the thing that's rare. Because my sisters outnumber my brothers, I'm not putting, what's not going to happen here is I'm not elevating the brother over the sister. That's not what I'm saying.
Right.
What I am saying is this conversation about women being the prize. Mm-hmm. We know how it got started. It got started because they got a little hole in between their legs and they think somebody wants to get some, and they think it's the end all be all, but they forget it's millions of them.
Right.
And it's a whole bunch of sisters looking for a good man who are not acting like they are the prize. They just carry themselves a certain way. They treat people a certain way.
Yep.
And those women end up with wonderful men, husbands, and Lord willing children. The challenge is today, the women want the anointed word without operating like they are that woman. This whole idea that a man is supposed to chase a woman down, women saying men don't do the things they used to do back in the day. Well, let's think about that. The wife was the man's prize. She stayed home. She took care of the house. Mm-hmm. She ironed his clothes and cooked his food and took care of his kids. Of course he pursued her because he was getting free labor. Mm-hmm. And sex on demand. That's not what women offer today. And the sad part is they want to be chased, and some of them aren't worth being pursued. But who's chasing the everyday woman today when she doesn't exhibit those qualities of her great-grandmother, her grandmother, maybe even her mom? That's why they're left out in the cold, because they have this air about them that doesn't really fit their character.
That's exactly it. Most modern women feel like they are holding the key to the relationship. And without me, without what I got in between my legs, you ain't gonna go anywhere. They think they're the only ones that have that. They think they're the only ones that are any good at intimacy. When actually, you know, a lot of these modern women don't do anything. They just lay there. and just take it. Just, oh man, you know, he wasn't doing nothing. Neither was you. I mean, what? You wasn't doing anything either. You suck at it, but you have the nerve to complain.
Is it insecure of a man not to like or want you to dress sexy in order for you to be his wife?
What's sexy?
What I got on, like what I got on right now.
Oh, let me, I gotta get a good look at you. Let me see, where your shirt at? Kitty, what do you think?
I think that sometimes some of y'all women really don't understand how territorial men are. It's different if you were covered up, but baby, you got tape on. So yes, of course, a man who knows how men are going to look at you, knowing that there's going to be men who are going to be predators or going to pursue you, he's right for saying that. That's not meaning that he's insecure. He's territorial. That's a man's nature, and that's absolutely okay. It's your responsibility as his woman to understand his nature and to also have boundaries with yourself, knowing what you are exposing yourself to. I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna be quick. I'm so glad I can have conversations with my husband, because I asked him, we had a deep conversation. I said, what is it about women?
You say women have the leverage before sex, men have the leverage after sex, right? That's what you said?
Yeah.
How?
All right, so here's an analogy.
You got to stop with these analogies and let me know what
because
it is.
Because it's for you to understand, because we already went through it. You didn't understand it.
What it is and what it ain't without that.
I got you. We're going to do another analogy, though, for you. I got you, right? So here goes. So the analogy is very simple. If you have something and I want it, you have something, I want it. I want what you have. Do you have leverage? Yeah, because I have to do something to get what I want.
Correct.
Same thing. So men want sex. Men has to do something to get the sex from the woman. Women want relationships. Women have to do something to get the relationship from the man that they want. From the man that they don't want, the truth is, ladies, all of you ladies can have relationships today by men you don't want, but you can't really get the relationships from the men that you do want. That's the thing. That's the kicker there. You ladies, DMs be full. A lot of guys are attracted to you. They always hollering at you. So you think like, well, I do hold the key to a relationship. No, you don't. Like, you can get a relationship from the dude that's thirsty in your DM. You don't want that guy. That's not even going to count. But the guy that you truly want, the guy that you're attracted to, you ladies, guess what? If you're single for a reason. That's because you cannot attract and retain the guy that you want. Yeah.
Yeah, but all the other guys that I want to are still qualified. So it's like, it's just a feelings thing.
So you ladies, a term would be, you ladies are involuntary relationshipable.
I have
no.
I don't know, because like,
what if are still there?
Not you. Yeah, you in a relationship.
It's like, what if a nigga can't retain me? Like, you know what I mean?
No, but think about it.
Wait, did he smash already?
Still.
Nah.
Still.
No, it ain't still though.
It's more than that though, because it's like I can get sex with anybody, but what are you giving me that I can't?
It's like one did, but one didn't, because it's like dudes want relationships sometimes too, because they want to turn down the bad in you. They like, I like that one, but she not gonna listen. Like, let me try to like lock her down so nobody else can get her. So it's like, yeah, it's like just because.
Yeah, well, you're speaking from a perspective where the man wants you, and that's fine. All of you ladies are gonna run into guys that want you. That's not the argument. That's not what I'm arguing. I'm arguing the guys that you want a relationship from, they don't want you. Because if they really wanted you, they would give you the relationship. Just like this, look. There's guys that want sex from you, right?
Right.
Now, if you wanted sex with them, you would just give them sex, right?
If I wanted it.
If you wanted it. Same thing for...
And she's sitting up here trying to think of a comeback. There is no comeback to logic. There's no comeback to common sense. Y'all always think that you have the power in every relationship, and you don't. I have a piece of the puzzle. You have a piece of the puzzle. You say, I'm not going to give you my body until I get what I want. And a man says, okay, well, I got things that I want as well, and I'm not going to give you my money until I get what I want. So how can we come to agreement without giving up a whole bunch of stuff in the meantime? Right? Because y'all don't want no man touching on you. Y'all don't want no man giving you no hug. Y'all don't want to cuddle with no man. Y'all don't want to give a man Y'all don't want to cook him no breakfast. Y'all don't want to wash no dishes for him. Y'all don't want to go over and clean his house. Yeah, but y'all want the man to take y'all out for $500 dinners, $200 dinners, to steakhouses, to nice restaurants, to expensive shopping sprees. The man is spending all his money, but he's not getting anything in return. I don't want to hear no crap about no energy, no manifestation, no stars in the sky, divine energy nonsense. He's not getting anything for his investment.
My date with the 40-year-old, which also happens to be my very first date in Dallas. So I randomly met this man back in September when me and my friend had came down to visit or whatever, right? Even that night, like, he really showed so much love. He was so cool. He was so fun. So we kept in contact. We ended up losing contact. So I'm thinking maybe he found somebody else his age or, you know, this and that. I'm thinking whatever. I wasn't really tripping on it, but I was just thinking, like, I had texted him the next time I came down to visit and he didn't text me back. Turns out he was not. Some stuff happened. He couldn't text me back, right? So boom, he ends up finding my number again and texts me, and I'm like, oh my God, like I actually just moved here, da 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 da. So we have been trying to hang out like all week, but I just got back into working. I was not working for like 3.5 weeks. So I just got back into working. So I was tired. Finally, Saturday comes and we're like, okay, like we're gonna go out tonight. He texts me that morning, like, what you wearing today? You wanna go shopping?
Of course.
And at first I said yeah, but I was also doing my hair. And it took a lot longer than I expected. So didn't get to go shopping, but my outfit, I mean, it was cool anyway. So we ended up meeting up at this restaurant, and when I tell y'all that food, they had this sushi roll that was so freaking good. All of our food was really good. The drinks were good. Like, everything was cool. And we both had 2 drinks. I low-key was like tipsy off of them 2 drinks. So we finished up there and we like, okay, like it's time to go to the next spot. But the next spot is in Plano. He said that was like I don't know, it was a little drive. I didn't want to drive my car because I knew that I would be drinking some more. So boom, he follows me back to my apartment to drop my car off, and I hop in the car with him. We head up to Plano to this place called Jivo, I think. That was cool. We had about 3 rounds there. He also ended up getting us some hookah, and yeah. After Jivo, we went to Echo, and honestly, like at that point, y'all, I was drunk. Like when I tell, it's to the point where anybody I see, and I'm like, they probably want to have a conversation with me. I'm walking up, I'm talking to anybody. It's like, I'm there. But even he was like while we were in the car, he like, listen, if we out and, you know, like dudes is asking for your number and you want to give it to him, like, I'm not tripping on nothing, da da da. Like, it's like, yes, we are on a date, but also like, we kind of just chilling. Like, he's a fun person. He likes to have fun. I like to have fun. So it's really just that. So
let me stop it right there, because this is a pretty lengthy video. So this guy, y'all, from what I recall, met up, lost contact, whatever reason, you end up moving to Dallas. He offers to take you shopping immediately, and you're like, yes. Isn't that strange how a woman will just go? She already talked to him before, JR. How a woman will just go if a man says, let me take you shopping. And I'm not saying that there's no strings attached, but I'm taking you shopping. Okay. So she was comfortable enough to, sounds like, and she may have a drinking problem. I'm not saying that she does, but she's comfortable.
I'm thinking about a woman right now had the nerve to get the man invited her, first time meeting him, first time ever seeing this man. Met him on a dating app. I'm broke, I don't have any money. Met him on a dating app. Oh, he's good looking, he's my dream guy, just the man that I wanted. I knew I didn't have any money, but I still went out there anyway. Okay, so she went out there, right? Met him on I don't know if it was an airstrip or I can't remember what she said, but she met him and he had a private jet. She got on the private jet, not knowing the man. Got up in the air. The man saw a bed in the back, like a full bedroom in the back, and then when I asked the man, do you take women up here all the time? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, maybe a couple times a month. Oh, well, I'm not really comfortable with you know, sleeping with you. You know, I just wanted to go to the beach. Why did you get on the plane? You know that's not regular behavior for somebody to come out with a private jet. You know that's not regular behavior, but modern women think that they're owed everything. They think that they're owed these extravagant dates without giving anything in return.
I want to come on and say something. and this is probably gonna be surprising to a lot of y'all coming from me. I've been a stepdad. I was a stepdad for about 10 years, okay? When I came in a young man's life, he was a little over a year old. So he was young. It was easy to fall in love with him. An amazing kid. He's probably one of the greatest experiences that I've ever had in my life. But why do I agree with what people say? If you become a stepdad, you're a fool, okay? And the only reason women are disagreeing is because they want men to be fools. You have absolutely no control in that young man's life or woman's life. And you take the place of the father, literally. There's no comparison to somebody that lives in the house versus somebody who doesn't. I don't care if they love their dad to death. You're the one that's cultivating them, okay? When he hurts himself, you pick him up. When it's time to be a man, you tell him how to move forward. In the proudest moments, you're there because you create the timelines to pick him up, where he's going, all these things. And in my situation, I controlled everything in the young man's life. I took control at a year old, okay? What team? I was his coach. I was his teacher. I was everything. I picked him up from school. Even though I worked all the way in Houston and we lived in Beaumont at the time, I picked him up from school, okay? And then one day, he's out of your life. And the woman tells you, you don't need to see my son, okay? It's not about the hurt and the pain. What it's really about, because that's been over a long time. It's about you investing so much in somebody. And a woman's bitterness alleviates that in a moment. And there's no judge that can change that because you're not his father. The greatest pain of it is the child. And I truly believe that my former stepson still suffers from what happened. And I had nothing to do with it. And I couldn't do anything about it. Couldn't do anything about it. There is, and that's the worst part. Because the kid will have trauma that he shouldn't have had. Yeah, that's the worst part. Yeah, that's the worst part.
So a guy here in the comments says, you're right. I'm a stepdad and an exception to the rule because of the character of my wife. I'm lucky, but this is rare. Another woman says, not true for everyone. That was your situation. Another guy says, don't invest. I don't invest. I don't invest in nobody else's kids, point blank. Right? Somebody says, I completely agree. Been a stepdad for 8 years. Never again. Men are having these terrible experiences being a stepdad because a lot of these single mothers are not disciplined. They don't have themselves in check. They don't have their kids in check. And they're expecting the man to come in and manage it all. To lay down, really honestly and truly, be a sponsor. If that knuckleheaded kid goes out there and gets in trouble, I'm going to be at work being a boss babe, so I need you to drop your successful job, run over there and get my knuckleheaded kid. And when you try to tell my knuckleheaded kid not to do something anymore, I'm going to come home and get on your case. After you didn't spend your time where you could be working, I'm going to get on your case and tell you not to ever talk to my son, not to ever talk to my daughter like that. And to make it up to us, why don't you take us out to dinner? An expensive dinner. It's gonna cost you big. It's gonna cost you real big.
I can tell you why it's hard to date, but y'all ain't gonna really want to hear it.
Cause y'all motherfuckers ain't ever happy.
I can tell y'all why it's hard to date, but y'all ain't gonna, cause y'all don't want to date the people that y'all qualify to date. Everybody think, oh no, yeah, Listen, man, respectfully, you'll get a woman with 4 kids that say she refuses to date a nigga with kids. You'll get a chick with a big back that say she wouldn't dare lay down with a fat nigga. You'll get a chick that's broke as a motherfucker that say she won't date a man that don't have $1 million.
Preach.
You'll get a chick, teeth balled the fuck up, his teeth balled up. We got shit in common.
Keep cooking,
Your
brother.
feet ugly, my feet ugly. What's the issue? You broke, I'm broke. What's the issue? You a liar, I'm a liar. What's the issue? You toxic, I'm toxic. You a cheater. Like, if people actually dated the people that was suitable for them, they might be able to have a happily ever after. But what do we get? We go on these dates with this representative talking a whole bunch of bullshit, and we all know we all gonna lie on the application to get the job. We not gonna never say how we take 30-minute, 15-minute smoke breaks. We not gonna talk about how we gonna be gossiping on the job, how we gonna be fucking in a parking lot, how we gonna always take a shit for 40 minutes at the end of the shift to play on our phone. We don't talk about that, and so we go on these dates and we hide the truth, and that's why we can't. I think that to really break the code on dating successfully, I think that we should be brutally honest from the gun bust.
Weird shit I'm not putting up with in relationships, part 2. And please forgive this giant stain on my shirt. I think like something from a package leaked on me. But in a perfect world, I would prefer not to date a woman with children. But in the event that I do date a woman with children, one game I absolutely will not play is giving me all the responsibility but none of the authority. I don't play that shit at all. I wish the fuck you would tell me that's not my son when I try to discipline him. You know why? Because if I can spoil the child, if I can provide for the child, I can discipline the child. I can chastise the child. If I can buy him birthday presents, I can tell him to shut the fuck up and sit down. I do not care if your baby dad doesn't like it. If he wants his child parented a certain way, he should do it. Or maybe he should get back with the mother. How about that? And especially if the child's father is not around and I'm the only one putting in that father work, I wish the fuck you would tell me that's not my son when I tell him something. Okay, remember that when he needs something. Speaking of kids, another game I'm not playing because I think it's just weird is those videos where like the husband and wife have a daughter and the mom is saying stuff like the daughter replaced me. The daughter took my spot. That used to be my seat. They just forgot it. I'm not playing that. I know you're trying to be cute and you're trying to be funny, and I realize the intent, but I just don't like that. That's weird. I don't want my wife ever talking about a 2-year-old took her spot. She's 2 years old. Pick her up, put her down, and come get your spot back. It's not that deep. Another game I'm not playing in relationships is crying to get out of trouble. Like if I'm telling you something that you did wrong or something that you did that hurt my feelings and I'm holding you accountable and I'm not raising my voice, I'm not cursing you out, I'm not doing nothing, I'm just talking to you regularly and you start crying, I don't want to hear it. I'm not going to tolerate that because you're not crying because you're sad. You're not crying out of guilt. You're crying to get out of trouble and you're not going to. I'm still going to keep talking. I'm still going to keep proving my point. I don't care about tears. I hope you don't cry, and my goal is not to make you cry, but if you do cry because I'm telling you the truth, you just gonna have to cry it out. I'm sorry.
Seen a post that said black men are the only race of men that complain about providing. And I strongly disagree. I would like to refute that with black women are the only women who do not pay attention to their circumstances. Let me cook for a second. You'll get a white woman in a trailer park. She'll never ask for a Birkin. You'll never see a woman with a white woman in a trailer park with Gucci on. You'll never see it because she understands her circumstances. And guess what? She's happy that Billy can provide. You know what Billy provides? He provides food. He provides shelter. He provides all the necessities, the hygiene, and everything within his means. Same thing with the Mexican women. Roberto gets up every day. He go works his job, he busts his ass, he may have a Modelo on the weekend, but once again, she's low maintenance. She understands the man that she has and the circumstances that she lives in. But when we get to the Rakishas, here it is, we live in poverty, we live in a row home, we don't have shit, we barely make $50,000 to $70,000 a year, but here it is, you want to live $1 million lifestyle. That is why they're complaining about providing. It's not providing the necessities, it's the wants. You're in the ghetto with Chanel. You're in the ghetto with Gucci on. You're in the projects with Prado on. You're fucked up with Fendi on. And that is why they complain, because who the fuck are you to demand these things? We're broke. We're fucked up. All of these other women in these other races, they get it. They understand it. They dream from time to time, but it's not a requirement to be with them. Our women are the only race of women that be dead fucking broke, but expect millionaire treatment. These are the only women that have a beer lifestyle, but have a champagne taste.
That's not why I don't focus on relationships.
Okay, why don't you focus on relationship?
Because I can't. It's out of my control.
What's that called, ladies and gentlemen? She says it's out of her control. Is it out of her control, ladies and gentlemen? Yes or no? First of all, everything is out of your control. When did you have the illusion that you were in control, Miss Certainty? This is her strategy when you do something she doesn't like. She thinks she's going to punish you by pulling back and not sharing her emotion and then giving you an evil look. When did you develop this? At 2, 3, 4, or 5? What age am I speaking to right now? Which personality? The 2-year-old, the 3-year-old, 4-year-old? I know it's in the 2 to 6 range. By 7, you usually develop more skill. When did this part get developed? I'm quite serious, so I'm not making you wrong. I'm just asking, who am I talking to right now? When did you develop that pattern? What age? Truthfully.
Probably the one when it didn't matter what I said or what I did or whatever. I had to take it whether I liked it or not. You know, my whole childhood. I guess.
Did you know that was true for all of us? That all of us, when we were that little, we had to take it in because we had no choice? That if we weren't heard, that was just tough because we're all vulnerable, that you weren't alone in that process?
Well, you also learn that, or some people learn that, well...
Good. Give her a hand for that. Some people learn. Give her a hand. That was good. Good. Good catch. Great catch.
I read a post one day and it said, how you don't like single mothers and you came from one. I don't know other men's story, I just know mine. Sorry, I'm a little congested and emotional. But let's continue. You would think that the childhood I grew up in, that I wouldn't even look a single mother's way. Every woman that I dated besides the first one had kids. And I honestly don't think I would do it again. My mommy issues decided to pick women who are just like my mama so I can save her through them. Definitely put myself through a lot of trouble. But as a child with a single mother, who chose to be a single mother, because most of y'all not really single mothers, you just think that you know better than your baby daddy, so you cut him off. As far as I know it, my father has always been stable. He wasn't even on child support, and he'd give my mom $275 to $300 cash in my hands to hand to her. When anything broke, like the toilet, or the washing machine, or the AC, or the heater, my dad was always there to fix it, to pay for it, to make sure it was good, because I was there. He got married when I was 2 years old, and he's still with that woman to this day. Their house was so clean and structured that even though we came from the same race, or we are the same race, it was a culture shock. Everything that I went through in childhood, I didn't have to go through. And that's most kids that are attached to single mothers. Now, for the single mothers who really don't have a choice, your baby daddy really ain't shit. Not because you want to control something, but he's just really not there. He's not shit. I'm sorry. May God be with you. But for you mothers who have baby daddies who want to be there, but you think you know better, you're failing your kids. I don't care what you say it, how you feel, you're failing your kids. When I finally got connected with my dad, I loved going over his house. Mom got mad, she would take me away, and I wouldn't see him for 3 to 4, 5, 6 months, maybe a year. I felt that heartbreak. Every time my stepmom made me a good-ass plate, I done take it home. I'm finna eat that when I get off to school tomorrow. I come home, and it's in the trash. Everything in the house would be frozen. I would have to wait until she come home to thaw something out, since I wasn't allowed to use the stove, but only the microwave. I would tell her how much fun I had with my daddy, and she would be like, oh, it's just Disney World over there, huh? She would make me clean my room before I went to go see my dad, let my sisters destroy it while I'm not there, and then when I get back, she'd be like, boy, clean up this room. One time, she was like, you want to go stay with your dad? I said, yes. She was like, pack up your shit then. So I did. She came in and seen that room was packed. She said, oh, you for real? Came back and would fire my ass until one of her little boyfriends came and was like, yo, just chill out. Just chill out. He didn't even do nothing wrong. And she was like, fuck that shit. I do everything for him. By choice, and you sucked at it. She wanted love so bad, so I seen a lot of men not even understanding that every man that she brought around me just made me trust her less and less and less. And she turned me into an adult very fast. Change your sister diaper. Watch your sister. Make sure your sister make it on time with you to school. You heard that? Did you recognize what I just said? We went from when she was a little baby, changing her diaper, giving her milk, to all the way till she made it to elementary as well, and we going to elementary together, and now I'm still doing the job. I would tell her, Mom, I don't like how you're whooping my sisters to force them to call the next man that you got daddy. He'd be like, boy, shut up and go sit down before I whoop your ass. Sometimes she would be all nice and sweet and be like, come here, baby. Who you love the most, me or your daddy? And I'd be like, I love both of y'all. And she used to be like, he don't love you? Where he at? You ain't seen him in months, have you? But she didn't acknowledge that I realized that it was because she said, fuck you, you can't see your son. She'd be whooping my ass for some shit I did, and I'd be like, Daddy! 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 And she'd whoop me harder and tell me to shut up before she give me something to cry about. It's not a one-man job. I hear people say all of the time, like, why do you give your dad grace but not me? Because why the fuck did you do that? Do you know how that affected me as an adult? And not only that, since it affected me so much, you kicked me out the house and made me the black sheep of the family. Like, it wasn't y'all fault that I was... Yeah, that's probably why.
To take a man from his father, knowing good and well the young man needs his father, and starving him from direction, from guidance, from provision is diabolical. But once again, this is the state of mind of a modern woman. And here again, we see that emotional discipline. We see that emotional maturity that the modern women keep on telling us they got.
Women like you walk around thinking you're the shit. And this all started because excuse me?
I never once said I think I'm all that.
But when you think you're going to be celibate till marriage and think somebody's going to do that, that's crazy.
Let's be realistic, Samuel. It's about value.
And your value is low.
Oh, wow. And how do you know that? You're not
because you're 5'4" and 200 pounds.
Okay.
And 37 years old with 2 kids. That's how I know. In Kentucky.
Okay. That's your opinion.
It's not my opinion.
You never seen my body before, so you.
I don't have to see your body. I know you're 5'4" and almost 200 pounds with 2 kids in Kentucky, and I see your picture.
You just say.
And I'm listening to how you talk. And I'm listening to your energy. I'm listening to your tone. I'm listening to your relationships. See, what it is, you ladies don't like when somebody is this direct with you. Honest. I got no dog in this fight. I had a woman on here earlier, and I told her she was absolutely gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't trying to screw you. You ain't giving me no money. What am I getting out of this?
Nothing.
So why do I have to lie?
You don't. And like I said, I have tough skin, so it doesn't, you're
talking about value, ma'am. I ask you, what product on the market increases in value with age and use? Nothing.
And as men, we got to start breaking down how women truly are. Now, when I think about it, I know if I pay all the bills, but don't help with the children, you're going to fuck somebody else. I know if I can't afford to pay all the bills, but I help with the children, you're going to fuck somebody else. I know if I pay all the bills and help with the children, but don't help with the housework, you're going to fuck somebody else. I know if I do pay all the bills, do help with the children, and do help with the housework, but ain't got time to set up no fucking dates and romance your ass, you're going to fuck somebody else. I know if you feel disrespected, whether I disrespect you or not, if you feel disrespected, you're going to fuck somebody else. I know if you feel neglected, you're going to fuck somebody else, whether I neglect you or not. I know if you run your fucking mouth all the time, get in trouble, and then you feel unprotected because I ain't about to be jumping in front of people in front of your ass all the time, you're going to go fuck somebody else. I know that if your mama tell you I ain't the one you should have been with, you're going to go fuck somebody else. I know if I done messed around and married you and you got a baby daddy, you probably going to fuck somebody else. I know that if I spend any time with my partners, it could be once a month, me and my partner go out on a bike ride, a group ride, and I ain't there with you for that one day because you want to watch some movie or shit, you're going to fuck somebody else. So let me tell you what you do. You go be with somebody else. Let them do all that shit that you feel neglected about and all that shit that you don't appreciate and all that shit that, you don't alleviate. And then when you get ready to fuck somebody else, then you come fuck me. Because obviously, the nigga who you go fuck can just get some pussy and he ain't got to do nothing. I'd rather be him than be the man that's giving you all that shit and then your unappreciative ass gonna go fuck somebody else anyway. I don't want to do that. Larry Wills, powerlifter, bodybuilder, in the best shape you ever seen somebody in their motherfucking life. Old lady, still trying to fuck around and be all up in Rampage Jackson face. Why? Because a woman want what she want. And some women can't control themselves. They have no control. They are built to be scallywags. So no matter what you give them, no matter what you do to them, no matter what you do with them, no matter what you go through with them or for them, they still gonna move how they move. Because some of these women just loose in the caboose, man. Now you got to make sure as a man that you judge a woman, engage a woman. Yes, I'm a phenomenal man, hell of an alpha energy. Woman come around me, man, she melt like putty. But if she can't keep herself from fucking me on the first night, I'm going to put her in that box over there as a woman that I can't never be with me in no serious way. A woman has to have some self-control. And if she can't control herself, then how you going to expect her to be able to be in control when somebody else that's stronger than her is trying to control her? That's not you. Man, don't do it to yourself. Man, let these hoes go. Real talk.
Good, Tim, but we try to stream later for Team Rampage. I normally start my stream right by this time. That's why. I still went kind of early at 3 o'clock. Right now,
No matter how much you love her, there's always another nigga. You hear me?
told me one time, don't let yourself get attached to anything you are not willing to walk out on in 30 seconds flat if you feel the heat around the corner. What are you, a monk? I have a woman. So that if you spot me coming around that corner, you're just gonna walk out on this woman? Not say goodbye? That's the discipline. That's pretty vacant. It is what it is. It's that, or we both better go do something else, pal. I don't know how to do anything else. Neither do I. I don't much want to either. Neither do I.
What about the man that seed you are carrying? Do he have a say? Do he have to pay for your child now that you have a baby? So he has no say.
Well, he does have a say with his body. It's at ejaculation. I'm glad we had that conversation.
So
my body, my choice,
so
uterus, his body, his choice, ejaculation.
So you have a choice to decide that, okay, I don't want to keep this baby.
Right, because that's my body choice.
But he has no choice in that.
No, his body choice was ejaculation.
Okay, but
yeah,
you
our
have
bodies
a
work
choice,
differently, so I'm glad we're having this conversation.
Once he ejaculates, can he not pay for that child? If he has a choice, right?
Well, he didn't make a body choice that was appropriate for him, is what I'm hearing here.
But you're
telling me his body choice, he doesn't agree with that now.
You have half of a human being that belongs to him in your body. So,
yeah, but he had a choice at ejaculation.
So it's all about me. That's
did he have a body choice at ejaculation?
Did he have a body choice? You let him.
No, did he have a body choice at ejaculation?
You opened
you're blaming the woman for ejaculation?
Yes.
She doesn't even have a dick.
You opened your legs. Who grants access to sex? Women do.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're blaming women
like,
entirely.
They're raping me.
This is why I can't have a conversation, because I just told you that both men and women have a body choice because our biology is different. I let you know that men have a body choice. You agreed that ejaculation is a body choice that is had by men. And I said, great, that's their choice. And you went, well, then it's women's fault for letting them finish inside.
That was a body choice. And then he made a body choice. So now we have to decide what we do after.
And you can see Miss Maggie there in the middle, frustrated, because this is the stupidity of modern women. They don't think, they just talk.
Stop moving in with that man.
But no, because it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't.
How?
If a woman is too independent, she is a trauma response.
What is too independent about setting a standard for yourself? If you want me to live with you, we are married. And to be not even engaged, you a girlfriend moving in is crazy to me. Crazy for what?
Because we got to test out how we live together. We got to see how that works.
Figure it out. That's what marriage is.
What?
Figure it out.
What?
It ain't easy. There's going to be things you don't
How
like
do you
about that
expect
person.
people to figure it out?
And you know what else? What else I'll say. When you marry someone, the first 6 months to a year is really kind of you just figuring out what's the regimen, what's the schedule like, how are we going to this. You're learning your person. And then you're ironing out all of the things you don't like about this person. And then you know what? Over the next 2 or 3 years, that person is going to completely change into a new person. And you're going to go through this new era of where I don't really like you. I don't like how you said that. I don't like how you did that. I don't appreciate whatever. And then you iron out all of those little kinks and cracks and all these little things. And then guess what? 2 or 3 years from then, they change again. I change, they change. We all change. We're always changing. So to think that if you live with the person before you get married, that and that nothing is going to change from that point on. I know if you're nasty when I come to your house, okay? I know what your hygiene is like when I come to your house. I know. Maybe I don't know I know if you snore at night because we've already slept in the same bed. You mean to tell me you don't know how that person's living already? Will there be things that drive you crazy? Yes. But you know what? If you're willing, you fix the little things because they're not that serious.
First 6 months to a year, try for the rest of the relationship. Figuring out schedules. You think you got somebody down, and you pretty much do. You pretty much got them down. You know what they're going to say. You pretty much know where they're going to be. But people are ever evolving in a relationship. They're always changing. They watch things. They go out. They listen to different podcasts. They listen to or read different books. They interact with you. And they gain more of your ideas and more of your mindset. And so naturally they change and they morph into a different person. And you got to get used to that. You got to adjust to all of that. And so that's why she's saying you got to figure it out, because a lot of modern women want perfection. That's why they be riding the man's back. That's why they be nagging the man. They want perfection. And the man's like, I can't give you perfection. You keep on changing. So I don't necessarily know what you want. Or you should have known this by now. I did, but you change. You change. And there's nothing I can do about that. But to try to adjust, try to learn who this new person is and go from there.
Is it just black women? Why is it when a Spanish woman or a white woman curse you out, it's spicy, it's cute, it's sexy, but when a black woman does it, it's
so let me explain
aggressive.
This. Because the thing is this, black women have a bad rap a lot of the times, and they have low approval ratings when it comes to dating apps because of stereotypes. And the stereotypes a lot of the times are true. A lot of women come from a background of a single mother. They grow up listening to Beyonce or hip hop where, what are they always saying? Niggas ain't shit, niggas ain't shit. I'm a strong independent woman. Like, the black community is a matriarchy. It's not really a patriarchy. And you grow up around a bunch of women that are telling you, man ain't shit, man ain't shit, man ain't shit.
Wait, but Myron,
you don't have a strong father in a household. Hold on, I can answer that here in a second.
Okay.
And this ends up perpetuating this like vicious cycle where women don't respect male authority. Yeah. And then when they do find a guy, they act like a guy. That guy's like, what the fuck is this? No, thank you. And then they go to the white girls and the Asians and the Latinas. Now, the difference with Latinas is Latinas might act crazy or whatever, but they understand that the man is above them in most regards.
And they submit.
Right? And they understand that like the guy is the boss. Black women don't really operate with that because there was a lot of times there was no father in the household to let her understand male authority. Now, as far as like me being black, I don't really think that's relevant to the conversation because like I'm able to criticize different groups, whether I'm a part of it or not.
Okay, but
let's keep it a buck all the way across the board. None of y'all should be doing that. White men are tired of it. Hispanic men are tired of it. Black men are tired of it. Asian men are tired of it. All men in every race and ethnicity, they're tired of it. Especially if you don't do nothing. Especially if, well, I ain't gonna cook and I ain't gonna clean. It'd be one thing. And you shouldn't be doing it, but it'd be one thing. If you cook for your man, you waited on your man hand and foot, you might be talking to him crazy. Oh, you better not, you might be talking to him crazy, but you take care of him. Then the man's probably just gonna say, oh, she just crazy. My old lady crazy. That's all he's gonna say. Because he can see that you love him, that you, for whatever reason it is, you still stand by him, you still sticking with him. It's kind of the same thing as having a coach. When the coach is going crazy, but then the coach, after practice, he drives you to the house and he on the way home, he's talking to you and he's saying, now listen, I didn't mean to do all that out there today, but I know there's something inside of you. I'm trying to pull out. You said you wanted to go to the pros and I'm trying to pull it. I see the potential. You've got the speed. You've got the talent. You've got the athleticism. I just need you to lock in and focus. I see you getting lazy out there. I see you not doing right. I understand you got problems at home and I'm trying to help you out. The whole staff, all of us, teachers, we have a meeting about you. I know you got a brother. I know you got siblings you're trying to take care of. We have a meeting about all of that. We're trying to help you out through all of this. But I need your cooperation. You have to lock in. And once you buy in, cool, right? Let's go forward. A lot of times modern women, they don't do nothing. They don't do nothing. So a man he don't know if you care. He don't know if you care or not. And that's the long and short of it. So you can't talk to him and belittle him and be mean to him like the Hispanic or the white woman or the coach that I was talking about. You can't talk to him because after the fact that you talking to him crazy, you not, like I was talking about the coach, you're not going back to him and say, I'm sorry I talked to you like that. I just see this in you and I'm trying to pull it out of you. I didn't see you doing it before and I'm trying to get you to do it again. You don't do that. And that's why men move on from you.